Hello, welcome to our Leadership 2 assignment for Mindlab. We are Denise, Kate and Meg. Today we're describing a change initiative that we will be leading in our school context. In this assignment, we aim to develop a plan that intends how we would lead the implementation of an innovative, digital and collaborative change. We will consider the various stakeholders involved, reflections on leadership theory, and provide a research-based justification. Our proposal is a 6-month program to support students to become fluent in the basic skills required to start using G Suite. Through supporting the students, we will also be supporting the staff and whānau in the community. We have kept the scope quite narrow, focusing on the basic steps of logging on, accessing and sharing docs, in order to allow for developing other 21st century skills for learning, such as collaboration, communication and problem solving. Our use of digital tools in the classroom is hindered by our students' lack of basic skills required to access the internet through a device, either an iPad or a Chromebook. They require significant teacher intervention in order to access the apps and programs we currently use to enhance their learning. We have consulted with our Year 3 and 4 team of teachers with the question, how might we solve the frustrations when using digital tools in the classroom? Through discussions with staff, this has been identified as a critical issue for our learning programs and a point of significant frustration. We have identified 3 main stakeholder groups who are involved and impacted by this change initiative: students, staff and whānau. Students are our primary stakeholders, which is an indication of our learner-centred leadership style. Within each of these stakeholder groups, there are subgroups of people who we would describe as early adopters, early and late majority or laggards. Early adopters are our tech-fluent Year 4 students, teachers in the Year 3 and 4 team, and families who have members who are already using G Suite. According to Rogers in his Diffusion of Innovation theory, early adopters are a crucial group to target due to their high degree of and influence over opinion. The early majority group will include Year 3 students who have had more experience of using devices than others. The late majority will be a larger number of Year 3 and 4 students who require more coaching, and the laggards are our Year 2 students who currently come into our team with none of the digital skills we need them to have. We will need to lead in various ways to meet the intended purpose of the initiative. While we initiate this new program and share the framework with staff, we will be relying on staff as well as ourselves to exert leadership styles and attitudes when leading students, parents and school community in this change. We intend to incorporate the principles of agile leadership in order to respond to the needs of the stakeholders involved, adopting transformational, pedagogical, distributive and learning-centred leadership theories. Underpinning this is the notion of servant leadership, using many leadership styles to serve the stakeholders and contexts within our project. When first sharing this program with staff, our leadership style will reflect that of a transformational leader. We will create a shared impetus on learning by effectively communicating with all stakeholders and establishing high standards and goals to give meaning, purpose and direction to our followers and their work. During the process, we intend to demonstrate distributed leadership amongst the staff. The features of distributed leadership include teamwork, participation, empowerment and risk-taking. Distributed leadership means that formal leadership roles are shared amongst teachers in a school, with some teachers leading others in areas where they have particular expertise. Pedagogical leadership is a crucial leadership theory in this context. Learners and learning must remain at the centre of our planning and implementation in order to maximise the outcomes for students. In order to do this, we will have clearly defined success criteria and targeted teaching that supports the explicit development of these digital and collaborative skills. We've reached the end of Powtoon 1 and our 2 Powtoon. Because we're only using a free version of Powtoon, we'll see you in Part 2 to hear about the implementation of our plan and our review of the influence of research, guidelines, policy and practice.
created using Powtoon.